Alright, I am now streaming, I think. Or at least I'm trying to start. I hit the button. There we go.
Oh yeah, mine's not gonna auto-tweet.
No, it's not. I left my status the same because I hadn't changed it last night when I went to bed. So, yeah. Cool. Hi, everyone. Though it's a 0, so hi, non-existent people. Right, switch to the game. Hi. This is very loud. So, continue. We played 3 hours 40 minutes, and we've solved 18 fates. I turned the music up. I turned the volume up on my TV a little because I think the voices might be a clue for some of them, like accents.
Possibly.
So I wanted to have it a little bit louder. So, what should we start? What should we do?
Sorry, just getting prepped because I want to pop out your video.
I just closed mine in the window, just hit the cross, and then I don't have to pop out anyone. I got my tea ready because that was why I was like, I need a few minutes. Yeah, 18 out of what, 60?
Something like that.
Yeah, but I figure once we get a few more names in, you know, we've got... We still don't know why who stabbed that guy in the back. You know, why he was stabbed in the back. Why was he stabbed in the back?
'Cause reasons.
Yeah, and it's like, who's this guy? Oh, that's Harry Brennan. We got him. Oh, he was stabbed. Who was the dude that was shot? That was the first mate. Okay, so... And who's this other guy? Unknown soul. We don't have enough information to... Oh, thanks for the host, OP. Oh, I finally see the little face thing up in the corner. It's the first time I've seen that. So we don't know who the unknown soul is that was clubbed to death. We don't have enough information on him anyway. And we've still got one body somewhere that we've yet to discover, haven't we?
Yes.
That was the captain who shot himself. That was the wife that was crushed. And I still want to know what that star is. Oh, maybe the star's the boat that we got to. So we've got most of that first chapter that we did that wasn't the first chapter. What do you want to do?
Just looking at what we...
Yeah, we're still supposed to be able to guess who this dude is. The guy with all the tattoos. Apparently. He could be a top man. Oh, he could be Omid Gul from Persia. Just purely because maybe that's what they mean by the tattoos and why we should be able to guess him. I don't know whether it's Tim. I mean, there's a Pete somewhere, which is probably the Pete Milroy that got swept overboard or something. There was something about a Pete. I couldn't save him. That was the dude that got stabbed in the back, wasn't it? Who said that? We should probably... Actually, I kind of want to go back down and find the dude that got stabbed in the back. Because I'd like to see if I can figure out chronologically who Pete is then. Does that make sense? Or am I just babbling now?
No, I get what you're saying. I'm just trying to... I'm looking for this...
Oh! I found the other body!
Like, of the... Where was that body?
Okay, so I went downstairs. At the back of
which
the...
deck?
Just one. Just one.
Okay.
With all the cannons. The one that has all the cannons.
Yep,
So,
the gun deck.
yeah, the gun deck. So I went down the stairs, I think it's at the back of the ship, and then I went through a fuzzy door at the back into like the very back of the ship where the big mast thing, and there's a skeleton here.
This might be the bow.
That might be the bow. Yeah. Well, I said the back of the ship. I think it's the back. It could be the... Yeah, I don't know.
We
Either
were
which
looking
way.
above deck.
Yes, I know
instead
we
it was
were.
meant to be below deck.
Yeah,
bow.
well, we found it. We found it. It's the last one.
Except for the one in the lazarette that we can't access yet because of the locked door.
Because we don't get the bargain as yet. All this is doing is sounding disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh. Alright, this dude was basically
Crushed? Strangled?
Crushed by the Kraken, yeah. Oh, it's the artist!
Is it?
Well, yeah, because I've zoomed in on him and it said, it zoomed in on the signature that said ES.
Oh.
And that was the artist. So the artist was at the back and he got crushed. There's some other guy who looked like he has spoons.
No,
this
this
guy
is the
has
front of the
spoons.
ship.
Okay, well, whatever. That's the first mate steward, Paul Moss, who was killed. We've got some dead dude shoes. I'm just trying to get it to trigger the thing. Oh, I think you're being hosted by Superboy. Oh, and there's some people... Oh, hello, people eating food. So, I'm guessing he's the first victim of the Kraken.
So, Edward Spratt, the artist, met an unknown fate. He did not meet an unknown fate. He was crushed by a beast.
By a beast. I guess? Yeah, I think so.
That works for me.
Yeah. 13 others were present. Yeah, it's only because I went, oh, ES! That's got to be the artist, and I wanted to label it. Oh, it's shaking again. Have we got another memory?
Yeah.
Does it want us to go now?
Looks like top deck.
Ah, up. Yes, thank you. Sorry, couldn't see that. Is this... Who is this then? Oh. Alright, let's have a look who this is. I'm just quite pleased we found the last memory thing.
So right now we have one fate that we think we know.
I don't know. You mean as in what's left?
Yeah, because we always got to just kind of think of this in groups of threes.
Yeah. I don't know. I've lost my I've lost I came up the wrong stairs. I've lost my... Ah, there we are. Oh no, I didn't come up the wrong stairs. The thing just went round the blinking houses again.
Yeah, it never takes the quickest route to the body.
No.
But
Right, so sorry. Do we have one fate that we know? Well, I think we got 18 at the end of the last thing, so it is just one now. Oh!
How's that?
No
Dane.
cause for trouble, boys. Get in the boat.
Oh, this is the
Oh, I
beginning.
forget. You killed my brother.
You killed my
What?
brother?
That was an accident. The robes.
It wasn't his fault. I saw the whole thing.
Lies. I shouldn't have waited so
No,
long.
don't.
Oh, hello. Or maybe this is the beginning of the bit where the guy gets stabbed. You killed my brother.
so the guy doing the swinging has a brother on the ship.
Yep, I think so. And there was something about a Dane.
So the guy who did the killing apparently is Danish.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to get the thing to trigger, so I've got my book. And there's
Yep.
a deer. Oh, and there's people in the boat.
Oh, there's more than one person. Okay, I just saw the person at the top of the steps.
He does not look happy.
Two people in the...
Two people in the boat. Yeah, one holding some kind of little box. And one black dude, I think. Okay. Anyone else?
Okay, so he was clubbed.
Yeah, I haven't got it. It's not doing it. Ah, there we are. I was going to say I'm just waiting for it to do its thingy so I can get my book. God damn it. Alright, so we were missing another bit in the Doomed. Okay,
Yeah.
so how did they die? They were clubbed by someone. Alright. Let me on is the dead guy. Over my dead body, you bloody Dane. So yes, the dead guy is Danish. No, of course
We
it's
got a
not.
Dane named Lars Lind from Denmark. That's actually the only Dane
And there
on the
was an
boat, I
accident
think.
with the ropes. Ah. Okay. Oh, good. Right, I thought it was going to do that thing. Okay, right. So this
yeah, I
unknown
think
soul
this is Lars.
is Lars Lindet. Yeah, he's the only Danish dude.
Yeah.
Alright. He was clubbed by someone who has a brother. Alright.
I'm thinking we probe the 12 memories he's in.
Yeah. I was just going to have a look, see if I could figure out who it was. You probe the memories. I'm gonna... Ooh. I'm going to have a quick look to see if I can figure out a brother.
Show memories on deck map.
Peters.
Okay, that happened in part 7, the Doom.
Nathan Peters and Samuel Peters, both seamen.
Do we have one of them dead?
Dunno, I was in the wrong bit. Let me go back to the ship list.
Because one of them died with a rope situation.
Alright, Nathan Peters not currently dead. Samuel Peters not currently dead, but there could be an unknown soul. One of them saw it happen. Was this guy saw it happen, or the guy in the boat, do you reckon? It was an accident, I saw it happen. Who is this one? He's in 11 memories.
Yeah.
Alright, bookmarked memories. Okay, does that mean
Okay,
if I
so
look in
loose
the book...
cargo, somebody died. That was our first memory.
Oh yeah.
And whoever this guy was, he was crushed by falling cargo.
Yeah.
But it's also a 3-triangle deduction, so it might be a little hard to figure out who he is right now.
Yeah. I think that makes sense. The ropes.
Because the other memories I see him in is Unholy Captives in part 5. The guy who got electrocuted, he was present for, but that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah,
Actually,
it was the lightning.
what about Soldiers of the Sea part 2?
Where he was speared by a terrible beastie?
Oh, is that a spearing?
Yeah.
Okay, then no.
That's literally impaled on a spear thing, I think.
Murder part 2 is the firing line, so no. Murder part 3 is not associated with that kind of equipment. Yeah, the only thing that really seems to make sense is Loose Cargo part 1.
Yeah.
Because we know Loose Cargo part 2 is our stowaway, and Peters would not be a stowaway.
Yeah.
So Loose Cargo part 1, the man crushed by the cargo, is one of the Peters brothers.
Okay, well we could just assume this guy is one of them.
And then the person below him is his brother.
Yeah, okay. So, I mean, I'm assuming Peters, just because that was the one that stuck out to me that there were 2 of them. Nathan. I'm going to go with Nathan is the guy that's doing the clubbing. Oh, if I could only figure out this thing. Right, so Nathan I'm saying is doing the clubbing. That gives us another fate. And then if we say the other one was crushed, if it's right, then it's right. If it's not, then we switch them round.
Yep.
Yeah? Okay.
That would work.
So this would be then Samuel Peters. And that's correct.
Awesome.
Loose cargo. Solve all fates in chapter 1. 3 stars, my ass.
I'm wondering if there was a way we wouldn't have had to guess, though. Like, if there was a way to make it very, very
Come on, we had a choice
known.
of 2.
I know, I'm just saying, we
I
still
think
did
we
take
had
a bit of a
to.
guess.
That wasn't a guess. When it's a choice of 2, it's not a guess. That's a deduction.
That was a blind guess at the end, a 50-50 shot of getting it right.
I don't know. He looked like a Nathan. Right. Okay. So then unidentified. So that means we've solved chapter 1. Perfect.
Yes, that's why we got that achievement.
Yeah. So then we had tragic illness. Some other dude succumbed to a tragic illness, though he is apparently identifiable. Must have picked it up at the Lascar house. What's a Lascar house? Google that.
Sorry, where are you looking?
Oh, I
What are
was
you
just
looking
going to chapter 2. Seeing what we had to do. Lascar. Indian subcontinent. Also some... Yeah, the Lascar were Indian seamen. Just as a,
Okay.
a thingy. He doesn't look particularly Indian, but maybe he was in India. But I don't know whether that's not really going to tell me anything, is it? There are...
So the thing is that this gentleman who died of an illness, we had figured he had some association with Solomon Syed
Yeah.
because they're actually pictured together in the group photo.
Okay.
Or were they?
No. I don't think so.
Yeah, they're all together here as a group. That foursome there.
Ah, the foursome, sorry. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Maybe they're the
So-
Indian dudes. There could be 4
But was
Indian dudes.
Solomon Indian?
I think so. Don't quote me on it. It's tricky.
Solomon was, yes, India. And we do have 4 gentlemen from India. We have Solomon, William Wasim, Abraham Akbar, and Renfred Rajub.
There's another one.
Oh, is there another one somewhere in the book?
Yeah, Tsungi Tathi, the ship's steward. He's at the top.
Okay, I'm gonna
27.
take a guess that our ship steward is not associated with those 4 guys, though.
Yeah.
I want to believe that those 4 guys are probably all these 4 here.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing our illness person is either Renfred, Abraham, or William.
Yeah. Well, based on he picked it up at the thingy house, I'm going to go with, the Lascar, because Lascar is the Indians. So, as in from India. Just so we're...
And I can't imagine just guessing this will fill out chapter 2. Like, if we get it right. I think we're going to have to get 3 right to fill him in.
Oh, yes, of course. But, what do we have? We have crushed by cargo, illness, crushed by a cannon. For the people... Crushed by cargo? Unholy captives. What does this say? It just says all op deck. That's great. The other dude was there, who was crushed by a cannon.
I think I'm going to exit this memory, though. Through the door.
Yeah, no, I'm going to. We were following.
Yeah,
through
no,
on it,
I understand.
Yeah. I'm quite pleased we've sorted some of that out.
We sorted out a whole chapter, finally.
Yeah.
And now we have
should
all
have
the...
now a summary for the Doom, and that's all the chapters that we have access to. Oh, and
Wow,
we've got
that's a lot of
6
people.
missing people. 7 missing people, my bad. So, I'm going to make assumption. Oh, Nathan Peters met an unknown fate. Oh, so we don't know what happened to him. Maybe he escaped. We've got the dude that I bookmarked. And some other people. Until we leave the ship. Okay, well I'm thinking we've got to solve all the chapters before we can leave the ship, right?
Uh,
Unless we can get to the lazarette. Well, at least we've named one of the people that disappeared. Cool. Alright, so. That is all the body. Ooh, thunder.
yeah.
Hoi.
Get in there somewhere! Storm's coming! Finish your business and climb down here!
Oh. Alright, so there's actually a storm and the dude wants us to go. Are we going?
I don't think so.
No. Okay. But we can go. I don't want to go until we've solved the people.
Exactly.
So where do you want to go? Where do we think?
So,
Kind of want to
Valba?
find out the... Oh, hello! Hi, Valbo.
What?
We're playing the Obra Dinn.
So
I kind of
I feel like if we want to solve chapter 2, I think we need to solve the other 2 guys. I think we need to figure out our crushed individuals.
Right, okay.
Was there any difference in the status of these 2 guys? Like,
What do you
or
mean?
possibly, so, okay, these guys are from India, we know, and they're all just seamen, so there's nothing identifiable.
Oh, that's
in
what
their
you meant by
task is.
status. Right, gotcha.
Yeah. Their job.
The job.
Boo.
Seaman. Yeah. This unknown soul was clubbed by Henry Brennan.
By the way, have we figured out who the cook is?
Not as yet. That guy... It's the first mate. I wonder if... This guy is a hound. The one that was clubbed by Brennan. Sorry, I went down a deck. I wonder if he's like the 4th officer or something. The 4th mate. John Davies.
So we got the captain, Witterall, first mate Huscott, third mate. We got the
Parrot.
second mate Nichols, and you're saying this guy.
No, I'm actually talking about the guy standing behind the gunner, over on the right.
That's the bosun. Oh, this one.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, is
he
that
has-
the bosun? That could be the bosun's mate.
This is the bosun.
Yeah. So that could be the
Um,
bosun's mate.
Who? Oh, this guy here. Okay.
The guy with the hat, sorry.
Clubbed by Brennan.
Yeah. In the mutiny bit.
Um.
Dan! Behave.
Let's see.
Gun deck.
He's been in a lot of memories, that's for sure.
Yeah. He was in the escape.
What is a bosun?
You're asking the wrong person here.
Okay, well, I'm gonna look up what a bosun is.
Oh, hang on. He was there when,
A ship's officer in charge of equipment and the crew.
he was
The
there when the
extended term would
bosun
be
died.
boatswain.
Ah, boatswain. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm wondering if he is. Because he was there when Clestel died. No. Because he said, no, he can't. The bosun's mate is the French guy. And he was the squid. Where's my Frenchman? The squid's gone, your mate was torn apart. Alright, so the bosun's mate was one of the ones that was torn apart by the squid. So, where's the squid come in? Calling? Was that when there was a squid? When did the squid come? No, that was the creepy. That was the spiders. Then we had the electrocuty spiked. We had a decapitated dude. Alright, this is still right where spiked the doom. That was the
That was
that was when
Kraken.
the squid came in. Right. Crushed by a loose cannon. Blasted by a cannon. Crushed by a cannon. Oh my god, where's the dude that was torn apart? This unknown soul was torn apart by a terrible beast. Hang on, but that's... oh no, hang on, no, that's the escape. Right, so, the only one that we've got that was torn apart, where's my Frenchman? That means this has got to be the bosun's mate, Charles Minor. The tattooed guy.
Really?
By process of elimination, there's only one person that was torn apart.
Because we had put him as Peter Milroy, and that did not ever come in.
I
So
never
he
put him
can't
as
be
Peter anyone.
Oh, I
think
did put him as
you
Peter
might
Milroy.
Yeah, and that didn't get okayed,
No.
so can't have been.
So you're going with Charles Minor.
Frenchman. I mean, you know, just because he was the only one that was torn apart, unless it was this guy. But he's standing nowhere near him. But then where's the
Well, I do have an idea then, because we know that this gentleman here, the last one with the hat,
yeah.
right behind the gunners,
Yeah.
he has to be probably, I think, fourth mate Davies.
Hey, I think he has to be based on the hats.
Yeah.
So I'm going to
And
name
that would
him
be a
fourth mate
third.
Davies. Why would that
Okay,
be a third? No, that would be a second. We only just got the 3 a minute ago.
Oh,
We've
did
only,
we?
yeah. We'd have to name someone else. He's the gunner. Then who's this dude with the hat? He looks fairly... There's an unknown officer, but that seems... Unless he's one of the stewards, but then... That's the surgeon. I'm thinking the guy standing behind the surgeon is probably the surgeon's mate, but
He's got similar garb as well.
he does. He's got that tie.
Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
go
know
with
if that's a sign of being...
he's the surgeon's mate.
I can agree with that idea.
Except I've lost it now. Where's it?
Is that a roll?
I don't know. I made an assumption. I may
It is.
regret this assumption.
I don't see that roll.
No! No, you're correct. I made an assumption. It was a bad assumption.
I mean, we know roughly who Emily Jackson and Miss Jane Bird are. We know who the two of them are. We just don't know which is which.
Yeah. We finally got to name all the Formosan royalty.
Yeah.
I mean, but we don't have their fate, because we know that they escaped, we think. So...
But we
no,
don't
but we
know
have
where
a
they go
surgeon's
to.
mate. We've already filled him in. He was James. He was decapitated. That's why he wasn't in the list.
Oh.
He's Alright, so the surgeon's mate is James Wallace, is dancing with the lady, and then there's Captain Stewart Philip Dahl, who's clapping. But I mean, it doesn't matter if we name them, because we still don't know.
Yeah, we don't have any real tips to go off of right now for either of them.
Yeah.
I mean, we could analyze the scene that they're in and see if maybe there's something to them.
Yeah. Oh, I found another guy
Like-
that could be an Indian based on his hat. If we want to make assumptions. Don't know his fate, but I'm going to make an assumption that he is the ship's steward. He's sitting next to the bosun's mate. The tattoo guy.
So you think he's Zungi's Sathi?
I think so.
You don't. I guess you don't think he's Persian either, or
Okay.
from New Guinea.
I'm making an assumption based on the head thing.
Yeah, I know. I'm just looking, and there's a few people who give me similar, like, one-offs.
Okay, well, if it's a bad assumption, then, you know, it's a bad assumption, and we'll find out. Butcher... Does the butcher have a mate?
Actually, here's a. I don't like. I understand why we don't make assumptions, but what about our friend number 55, Hamadou Diom from Sierra Leone? Would you
What
say the
about
guy
him?
who was the clubbing we just saw? I think he was the only person who looked like he might have been from Sierra Leone.
Oh, yeah.
That guy.
Alright, I'll make that assumption. Oh, unless
'Cause
he's
I don't think.
from New Guinea.
Oh, you're right. He could be Maba.
Hmm.
I mean, we don't even have any real information about him. He's been in
Nope.
what?
11
He's been in
memories?
11 memories?
I know!
What? Holy crap.
I think these are the Russian guys. Just
Yeah,
based
I
on the
believe-
beard.
And I think we saw them in the card playing
Yeah,
scene
they were
with
gambling.
the illness. Yeah.
Oh, we could make a guess on which way round the Indian dudes are. I mean, there are 3 of them, and we've got 3 names, and we could see what happens.
So we're saying take a guess at this middle gentleman.
Yeah! Why not?
Okay, who are you going with?
I think he looks like an Abraham.
I'm gonna go Renfred. I was wrong.
I was also wrong. Okay, well then that leaves the other one, William. Oh, unless we've got some other ones wrong.
Unless we've got well, we don't know who he is then, because one of the others is wrong then.
What else have we got filled in that's not confirmed? Oh,
So the other
Charles.
ones were which ones?
Charles, the bosun's mate.
And the other one is
So- Oh no, he's
fourth
got
mate John
no
Davies.
food. Ah. Right.
I think that is John Davies. I think we're right there.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the idea that that hat puts him as an officer, or as one of the mates. Because nothing else.
Oh,
Seems
I'm going to
to-
make an assumption. This dude at the back with his hand on the wheel Is the
Is the
helmsman.
helmsman?
It looks like a Finley. We don't know what happened to him. He disappeared in the doom. I'm going to make an assumption there. I'm more confident about Charles being the Frenchman that got torn apart, because otherwise we don't have anyone else that was torn apart by the Kraken, than I am of making the assumption that this dude over here is the fourth mate.
I don't know. I don't want to make assumptions, but he just doesn't look
I'm going to name some
important
more
enough.
Indian people. Because I'm going to stereotype all these people together. This one is Renfred. No, he's not. Well, he might be. And this one is an Abraham. You have to make deductions. No.
I know. But I just don't see him as being...
So I figure we get them right.
Can I access the memories by room? Yes. But that doesn't help me, because I don't have memories in the bosun or the bosun mate's room.
No. Where did the guy that was stabbed end up? This guy was knifed in the midshipman cabin. Or he was found in the midshipman cabin. We have 3 midshipmen, Peter and Thomas! Oh, I'm betting this was Thomas. Because he said something about Peter. Och, no, you're cut. So someone else was in that memory. It's Brennan bring the thing. And this random dude. He got... I don't know, I'm making an assumption here as well. We don't know who he was knifed by, so... How are we supposed to find out who knifed him?
Wait, who knifed who? What chapter are you in?
9. I want to know who knifed this poor dude. Tell Pete's mother I did my best, because there's 2 midshipmen. One of them's Thomas and one of them's Pete. I tried my best to pull him back. So who else is this one in? Bookmark memories. Show memory. Oh, I know what he's depicted on. I want to show them on the map. Right. So he died there.
So you're looking at 9 part 2?
9
Or a
part
different
6.
Oh, sorry.
The dude that got stabbed. That one. Yeah. I
Well,
want to
2
find
guys
out.
got stabbed.
Sorry.
Because part 2 was Paul Moss. First mate steward was killed with a sword by an
Yeah, but that
unknown
was on the
attacker.
top deck. This was the one that got stabbed in the back. He was...
This
there
unknown
when
soul
there
was
the
knifed by an
mutiny.
unknown attacker.
And then... I tried to pull him back. He was there. Alright. And also... Soldiers of the Sea. I tried to pull him back. Hang on. Wasn't there one person that was pulling back someone who got attacked?
Yeah, who got like...
in part 6?
Oh, that's what it was. It was, the reason why I had... Crap. Sorry, I'm drawing like a huge blank in my head. Um, this guy, the guy that you're saying is the bosun's mate,
I said could be.
right? But I had him as Peter Milroy because of that scene, because we thought he was the guy who got pulled apart,
Yeah, I
and that's why I
got
said Peter
stuck.
Milroy.
Yeah, but that's the one where then got stuck in an endless loop of memories, and I wanted to go back to the dude that got knifed, and it was just like, oh my god, would you just let me go back to the dude that got knifed? He was present for the slaughter scene.
But he might not be Peter, because I tried all three of the of that group of Indian names.
Yeah.
Unless it's one of the others. No. So, I guess he's not Peter Milroy either.
Exploded. Perished in the Doom Part 6. This dude that got blasted by an explosion could be Peter. Or not. Yeah. Third mate. This could be the third mate's steward, Roderick, who was crushed by the cannon. Just because of where he's standing, but maybe not. Don't know, I'm guessing at this point now. Sorry, I was just going through.
No, that's cool, because I'm thinking the same thing of trying to find pieces where these people overlap. Okay, so this person was in, oh my god, he was in 15 flippin' memories.
The guy that got exploded.
Knifed by an unknown attacker.
Oh, my knife dude.
Yeah, tell Pete's mother I tried my best to pull him back to save him. So, could he have been in a memory where he was trying to pull somebody?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. That's why I thought he was Thomas. He's currently bookmarked. So that's why that's what I was trying to figure out, who knifed him in the back. Though it may have been Brennan. I'm inclined to believe it was Brennan. I've lost Brennan now, yeah. Henry Brennan. Mainly just because I don't like Brennan. John Davy. Oh no, it could have been the fourth mate. Who? Oh no, that's his name. Not who killed him.
Okay, he was never in the cargo hold. That person died from getting shot slash spiked. Who's... It wasn't O'Farrell.
Alright, I'm going back. Where Where's the dude that got shot in the face? That's the dude. I'm just going into the memory of the dude that got shot in the face. I'm gonna see who it was that shot him. If I can see who it was, because we filled in a few things after.
Escape part. Which part
Ah,
4?
he was shot by John Davis. Because we identified him. So he was shot by John Davis. With a gun. We don't know
Where
who
on
he
the boat
is.
was that?
Aft gun deck. Stabbed guy. It was the outside. There were 2 dead bodies on the floor. One was clubbed by Brennan, who was the 4th mate. And so the 4th mate was not mutinying. He was trying to stop the mutiny. Enough, the captain cannot be trusted. You have a plan. We take the ship and sail east, trade wretched fish. And who's there? Mutiny, mutiny. Oh, who was he talking to? And who said mutiny? The 1st mate, the captain, Henry Brennan, and the 4th mate, who was clubbed by Brennan. So Brennan was knifed by Witterell, who's the captain. So he was definitely mutinying. I think Davis said mutiny, so Davis wasn't mutinying. So who's this guy with the hat? Wild guesses, not quite the same as deductions, no, but if it's based on evidence, then it's a deduction. Midshipman was dead with a knife in his back at that point, I think.
Have a plan? Yes.
He got knifed in the back. Somewhere over here, and... Okay, so I think that... Whoever
This
that
guy
unknown
has to be
soul-
important.
Yeah, I know, right?
He's got a hat.
I
Hats are
know!
always important.
Well, he no longer has a hat, it's been blown off.
So the people who we think have a hat. The bosun's mate. The gunner's mate. Oh wait, let's also try to... Okay. Does the dude look French?
I don't know. He's got a beard.
I don't think he does.
He's got a beard but no moustache. He looks dodgy.
He's Amish.
He doesn't look Polish.
No. We don't think he's the helmsman because you said the helmsman was holding the wheel in the picture.
Yes, I think that he was holding the wheel in the picture. He could be.
He's not a passenger.
Irish. He could be the second mate's steward.
Where's the second mate in the picture?
It doesn't matter if he's not in the picture, does he?
Oh wait, what does Paul Moss look like?
We solved him.
No, I know that, but my question is what does Paul Moss look like just from a standpoint of do the stewards for the So that's Paul Moss.
Yeah, he looks like a criminal, to be perfectly honest. Or, you know.
Like, so these four people here all look the same, and I
Yeah.
would wonder if they're all stewards to the mates.
Yeah, but there was a steward over here somewhere. He was the one that the Swedish guy got, pulled off. Or was Paul Moss the Swedish guy? Hang on, who was the one that was shot? Edward Nichols was a second mate. This guy, I think, might be the second mate's steward. The Irish guy, Samuel Gallagher, purely because he was in that ship that he was strangled off sea. Oh no, hang on, we've not confirmed Paul Moss. When did Paul Moss get filled in? He was killed with a sword by an unknown attacker. He perished in the escape. Part 2. Was it unknown? Or do we know who it was?
Okay, so back to this though.
Paul Lookout. That was why we said he was Paul, but because we don't know who killed him. How do we get to the memory? We have to go to the thing, don't we?
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
Okay, so he's on the deck. Hmm. There's so much blood. Okay, hang on. So what's through here? Ugh, I don't know. Alright, I'm exiting out of this one. I figure anyone who we've named and hasn't confirmed is, you know, fair game. Right, upstairs. One of the ones that got stabbed trying to get into the lifeboat. Oh, he was speared by a terrible beastie. The wrong end of the ship then. There is no run. Oh, it'll be up here, won't it? This guy. Yes, here we are. Right, so I'm going into Paul Moss's memory. Up the steps at the back. He's next to the one hanging over the...
Last one.
Ah, yes.
Move quick.
You'll not take the last punch!
Oh, look out!
Down!
Yeah, who's this guy? No, I don't know, he was shot. All look out. What was she saying look out to? Was she saying look out to the guy?
It looks like she's saying look out to the guy who got stabbed,
Yeah, which
who we think is Paul. So, would she have a special connection to Paul? So if we believe that he is Paul Moss from Wales,
Mm-hmm.
is she Emily Jackson or Miss Jane Bird? It doesn't really help us. She doesn't have.
Where are they from? England.
Emily and Jane
Okay.
are both England, and Paul is Wales.
Okay. Well, let's assume that they are alive in England. And then we can see which one is which. No, that didn't work either. But Henry Evans, I think, is alive in England. Are we supposed to visit him in England? Is that what he said? Can you remember from the beginning?
It might have been in the book. Bargain. This chapter will remain unknown until you leave the ship and return the book to me.
And that's Henry Evans. So we know he's alive. I guess.
We just don't know where he escaped to, I guess is the question.
Yeah. He could be anywhere. We've not got enough other people right to do it, because I've just been through all of the things. Unless he's expired of old age, which is the other option.
Well, don't you have to leave? How many guesses do we have right now?
Quite a few.
I guess is the question.
Yeah.
So loose cargo's all good. Bitter cold, we know the guy's Indian. We're just not sure which Indian individual it is.
Yeah. And we've done quite a
Um,
lot of guessing. What do you think?
I'm just checking to see if we have a second. Just trying to limit my variables a little bit. These people are all unknown. Disappearances. That's the bargain. Escape. So right now we have 2/3 of who we believe to be Paul Moss. We're just
Yeah.
not sure who the big guy who stabbed him is.
No.
This person with the hat, we just don't know who they are. We believe they were shot by John Davies.
Yeah.
And the other one that we have all of the portions filled in is John Davies was clubbed by Henry Brennan.
That's correct.
We
I
think.
know. No, I know that's correct. Because it's definitely Davies, and I went back and checked, and he was definitely clubbed by Brennan. So that one I'm 100% certain about.
Okay. So if we can guess like where Evans is.
No, we need one more that we're certain about.
Well, if we guess where Evans is, my point is we could guess Evans' location and then also guess which of the 3 Indian guys died of illness.
Yeah. But one would have thought if we'd have got the Indian guys right, all 3 of them right, then it should have done, because they all had death things.
Wait, did it?
They all have death things, yeah. William, Abraham, and Renford, all of those have their deaths put in. So if we figure out the right way round for them, then we should confirm.
I only have one of them filled in. Or I have crushed by a cannon and blank for this guy.
Oh no, he was definitely. Oh, God damn it! Oh, I never know how to get back into the stupid picture thing. He was crushed by cargo.
Was he?
You never filled it in.
I didn't because I didn't think it was as conclusive as you did.
I mean, he got crushed by that stretcher.
3rd level, right at the bottom of the stairs. I'm just gonna go there because I want to look at the memory, I guess.
Yeah. That's why I'm annoyed, because, you know, I feel like we should have those the right way round. They should work. Maybe it wasn't crushed. Clubbed? By... No, that's not going to work.
I don't know. So if we call the mermaid thing
Fell down the stairs to
cargo,
his death?
yeah, it looked well. I mean, it looks like the stretcher carrying the mermaid does peg him in the back of the head
Yeah.
as he falls into a barrel.
But, you know...
Doesn't look like he was
Struck.
decapitated or drowned.
He wasn't struck by anything.
Nope, nope. Not expired. Didn't explode. He fell.
Yeah, I think...
Stairs.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Fell down the stairs to his death.
Okay. did something! I got 3 more correct. Abraham Akbar was crushed by a loose cannon. Renfred Rayub succumbed to a tragic illness. And John Davies' 4th mate was clubbed by Henry Brennan. I was fiddling around with the English dudes. The English dudes, the Indian dudes. And that
That's what I was
solved
about to do.
2. Okay, so
that means the last guy who fell down the stairs.
may not have fallen down the stairs, I don't know. So we got the 2 that succumbed to the tragic illness, which is why we had the thing. And the large cow that was slaughtered in that chapter had meant nothing.
Yes.
So Nuncio Pasquale was knifed by Edward Nichols, the 2nd mate. But Hoxen Lau was shot by Henry Brennan because he was accused of killing him. And then we've got a guy was shot with a gun by an unknown attacker. I want to go see that one. Where's that one? That's got Chinese, right? So that's end
So
of
I
murder.
think this one, though, unknown soul who fell down the stairs to his death, would then probably be William Wassam.
Yeah. I'd switched over and it obviously just went and did a thing. So, yeah. Okay, so William Wassam. Which means that Charles is probably not right. So I'm going to put him back to unknown, this guy. Okay. But he was torn apart. That's the thing. He's torn apart. The Frenchman. That's why I'm just a bit confused. Third mate. That could be the 3rd mate's steward, Roderick Anderson. Based off him saying sir. Was it Peter Milroy that got it? Oh! I did something else as well! I got 3 more correct.
What did you do?
Roderick Anderson was crushed by a loose cannon. William Wasim fell down his stairs. And Peter Milroy was blasted by an explosion. Sorry, I was just filling in things.
You fiddled and I was not fiddling.
It was based on evidence because this guy here, so in part 5 of chapter 7 on the gun deck, it said what's happened here. It said Sir Luce Cannon, and that's the guy that died. And then I looked who was present, and it was the 3rd mate and the guy standing next to him. I was like, that's got to be the 3rd mate's steward.
Okay.
So that was my process there. And then I went, who's the guy then that got blasted by the explosion? Because he was also in that picture. And he was standing near the guy that I thought was Thomas who got knifed. And that's Peter. He exploded. And that's when I got it, because we got William Wasim correct.
Roderick filled in. Peter filled in. And then, of course, our last Indian gentleman.
Who did fall down the stairs.
That's 3.
That's
Yes.
3. Yes. Sorry, I was just process of eliminating.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I was still trying to figure out which one's the Frenchman. And I still think this one's the Frenchman, but unfortunately, the game doesn't think so. Because who's the Frenchman that got torn apart? Because that's what... Unless it was one of these people who met an unknown fate.
So, well, Okay, let's assume it's during the chapter of the Doom.
Yeah, but there's only one person left. You know.
So we
The
had these
squid,
two
where's my
guys
Frenchman?
who got,
The squid's
we
gone, your
think
mate was
got,
torn apart. Hmm.
these two we think both got blasted.
Yeah. Well, you said that they were one person in the end, so. Because I couldn't find the second guy to zoom in on him. Because they were basically blasted into each other. That's why I think, but then why didn't it trigger unless it was only doing 3? No, it should have triggered sooner, so it can't be Charles. He can't be Charles.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But then, is it likely to be this guy? You know, he's just randomly in here. I mean, you know, he's not very French. So unless it was... We had the decapitated dude. But again, he doesn't look particularly French either.
What
I'm just
story
going
was it that had the
backwards.
French statement?
The first one of the escape. Or the second one of the
Okay.
escape. That one. Oh, sorry, Clestel.
Okay.
Back one. Clestel.
Oh.
The bosun. Because his mate is... The bosun's mate is French. I just need a quick break. I'll be right back. I'm back. Have you made any deductions?
No, I'm trying to think about what's going on.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out who the Frenchman was that got torn apart, because it can't be. Hmm. Hmm. Where's the map? So, bitter cold. Murder, calling, unholy captives. Doom, escape. So, Azores, Madeira, or the Canary Islands makes the most sense for them to have escaped to.
Okay, so loose cargo is when they loaded up. Then they began to head south. Bitter cold happens just off the coast there. Continue down.
Spain.
Part
And then
where's part 3?
it's on just under Canary on the sea.
Oh, yes.
So somewhere around the Canary Islands they have the weird mermaid thing. Then they're coming back round towards England. They got attacked by the Dementors on the sea crab things. And then Doom is the Kraken. Then they got the
Okay,
escape
so
in the end.
let's say you're at 9, escape. So we know that the doctor and Emily and Jane all escaped at that moment.
Yeah.
Where
Along with
would you
some other
escape to
people.
if you're there? Would you
Azores?
go to... Your options are Azores, Madeira, and Canary.
I wouldn't go back to the Canary Islands. I mean, you could also go to Spain. But I mean, closest, I'd say Azores, but, you know. So I want to know who this dude is. Because then we have another chapter complete if we find out who the dude is that was clubbed. I don't think I'm going to figure out who he is. He's just randomly at the back of the picture. Sorry, I'm talking to myself, kind of.
Yeah, I would just think like they would have gone to the same location.
Yeah, of course. Whether they stayed there is another question, but...
True. I mean, it does look like the closest location to the escape in the timeline is the Azores.
Yeah. Well, I put all three of them on Azores and then switched the two ladies around, and that didn't work. So
Okay.
they also didn't work for them being in England either. Just it's an FYI. So I think we're
Okay.
not going to already get. We might have to meet Henry to find out where he got to.
Or what happened to the ladies.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible Henry went by himself back to England and they stayed at the Azores.
Oh, I just said he was axed. That was not what I meant to do. We don't even know he's in England.
True.
I'm going to stick him in England for now. Still don't know who knifed Thomas.
Okay, so the last murder for chapter 3 that we're missing is this guy.
Hang on, let me get to chapter 3, and then I can find out who this guy is. Okay, yes, so, yes, the dude that was shot. So we should go find him, right?
I think so.
Where's his body?
Looks like the first mate quarters on the gun deck.
The corpse was moved post-mortem. It says on the main deck.
Oh, did it?
Well, it says the corpse was moved post-mortem. The picture looks like he's being shot on the rigging at the top. Well, we could just go and right, I need to exit out of this memory. pretty well for deductions. We've got some chapters finished. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Oh, I'm at the front right now. That would be part of the
Oh,
problem.
I did it again. I hit the wrong button on the achievement. Right, so that's 9, the escaped. That's not the right dude. The right corpse, even.
It is in the first mate's quarters. It was behind the window.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, is that the guy that was hanging from by his leg?
Yes.
That's not the right window. I'm in the wrong quarters, hang on. All the doors look the same.
Okay, we know who he's shot by, at least.
Well, that's great. Except I'm stuck in a window. Stuck in a door. I'm trying to get to the actual quarters. Where is the quarters?
Which deck are you on? You're on the gun deck?
The gun deck, yeah. I'm trying to figure out where the I've been in the
on
floor
your
in the middle.
left. Oh wait.
Oh, there's another
The
floor.
door, open door.
Right, the open door. Thank you.
Yep.
I was getting a bit stuck.
On your toes.
He's trying to.
Slack the lifts and lower the boats! The whole crew will be on us!
Give it up!
Give it up. Is he the guy that is the one that said give it up? The one who
Yeah, he's the who got
died.
shot.
He's Scottish. He could be Duncan Mackay, the purser. He could be Timothy Buttment as a topman. He's in 2 memories. First memory was on page 14. Oh, he was around when the guy was. So who shot him?
I believe that is Nichols.
I believe you're correct. Which is the second mate. So I'm going to assume he's not the purser and say he's Timothy Buttment. Because why not? Because it sounded
You don't think he's in
Scottish
charge
to
of
me.
money?
He's not dressed like he's in charge of money.
So you think he has to be our Timothy Butment?
I like saying Buttment, but yeah.
Butment. Timothy Butment. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, we're not going to know until we've got another 2 fates right, but
Yeah.
it sounded Scottish, right?
I'm just curious because Nichols is holding hostage the
Chinese lady.
Formosan royalty.
Yeah.
Yeah. And why would he then shoot this guy?
Did I?
Okay, if I'm looking at the chain of events for murder, where are you?
I think maybe that guy was just like, hey, you're kidnapping people, that's wrong.
That would make sense. I want to try to piece it together in order.
Oh no, hey, I found the helmsman. He looks like he's been speared. Or at least the one I said was the helmsman.
Where is that?
Oh, downstairs, outside the captain's quarters. I was trying to see if the captain was there, because it said captain somewhere. So I was trying to find out if the captain was around. I couldn't see the captain, but I did find the helmsman, or at least the dude that I thought was the helmsman. the one we named helmsman because he happened to be standing next to the wheel. And he was speared in the leg, so I'm guessing he bled out. The guy that got exploded is on the floor, along with Sven, who got clubbed in the back of the head by someone at some point.
The only problem is that this guy disappeared.
No, we said unknown fate. We don't find his body. He could
He
have...
disappeared during the doom.
Are we in the doom?
No, I'm just saying that you're right. He does get speared there, which looks bad, but his end is a disappearance during the doom chapter.
Okay. Well, if I put speared in there, then at least I'll remember where I saw him. I don't know who he got speared by and whether that killed him or not, but you know. So, what is going on?
I don't see anything else going on externally, it looks like. What's going on this boat? Who are you? Patrick O'Hagan is who we think you are. Oh, Hitler, right.
Yeah. O'Hagan was mentioned, I believe, in whatever thing it was in. Alright, I'm going out of the memory. Okay. Not sure that helps.
We're unsure of who this guy was that got clubbed by
I know!
Captain.
It's annoying! It's annoying.
Because he's the last person we don't
He
know for the end.
is! Yeah.
We have a few that we're very close to finishing multiple chapters right now.
Oh! I think I found the cook!
Oh, really?
Well,
Which
yeah.
one?
Well, I was having a look at the bodies. There's a body on the stairs on the gun deck. Between the two sets of stairs there's a body. And it said, this unknown soul was spiked by a terrible beastie. It's chapter 5, part 2.
Where is this?
Um,
You said gun deck?
yeah, so there's two sets of stairs literally opposite each other around there. Yeah, this dude, here. And I was looking at the text, and it said, clear the deck, blah blah blah. Hey there, what's this? Give him to me and I can fry us a solid meal. I reckon he's the cook. Thomas Sefton.
Okay. I could believe that. There's something about that, the tie around the neck that kind of seems to signify
Yeah.
an important job, but not necessarily like... Oh wait, he's not there in that picture. He's not the person right behind him. I thought that tie might have been... But this is a different person then.
He's
Where is
next
he in
to
the
the
picture?
butcher.
That would make sense. He could be hanging with the butcher.
Yeah.
I could believe that. Okay, so who's important that's not named standing behind Henry Evans, the surgeon?
Dunno.
The purser,
Could be the person.
Duncan McKay. He looks dressed fairly nicely. Not that we know what happened to him.
No, I was going to say, he's kind of, you know.
He disappeared in the doom. Wait, who'd he disappear with? I guess part of the question.
He could have been in the boat.
The Doom is not the Henry Evans disappearances.
Oh.
Let's see. Show memories on the deck map. Where did we see him? So he was part of the battle with Soldiers of the Sea. He was present for the Unholy Captives, where the person fell down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And then this person was also at the Doom Part 7, where the guy got ripped apart with the tattoos, and also where one of the people got clubbed by something.
Yeah. Someone, then.
So he disappeared along this chain of events up here on the main deck. But yeah, if we go with your idea that this guy is the helmsman, I mean, we're running out of very important people. At this point, we're getting down to a lot of midshipmen, topmen, and seamen.
Yeah. I mean, there's that one dude who was shot in the mutiny bit, the first mutiny bit, that's next to the gunner and next to the second mate, who's got the hat. He sort of looks like a postman hat type thing. We know he's not Charles because Charles was torn apart by something. He could be Olus Wiata, the gunner's mate. He looks a bit Polish, maybe. He's unlikely to be the Indian dude. There's no more important ones left. I'm going to put him as Olaf for now. Olus for now.
And we don't think he's a steward, because we think the stewards are all on the stairs in the same outfit. We think the stewards are these people.
Yeah.
Because we've got, what, two? Oh, wait. How many of those stewards have we confirmed?
Just
Any
one.
of them? Just third mate
Roderick.
steward Roderick
Yeah.
Anderson. And we're pretty sure that Paul Moss
Yeah.
is this guy because of the name Paul getting called out during that scene.
And I'm fairly certain that the second mate, Samuel, because he got strangled on that boat. But the one behind him, I've got
you
down
think-
as John Naples.
Wait, so you think this guy is...
I think he's Samuel Gallion, but obviously not, because otherwise it would have popped at some point. And
Well, 'cause
down
we
here,
We don't... Wait,
I think
is it
this one
unknown
might
attacker?
be Davy.
Well, we don't know who strangled him.
No, we do. It was Ben Sire.
Was it?
I went back
Oh.
and
I
inspected
will
him after
go-
we'd named him. Because I knew who it was, but we didn't know it was the Formosan guy, the king, but we didn't know his name at the time that we had this memory.
Okay.
That was why.
But if that was correct, this would have filled in, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
I
Because we're at
know.
3 again. So he might not be Samuel Gelligan?
He might not be. But then there's the fourth mate over here, and I've named this dude the fourth mate steward just because why not?
What, the one on the back stairs?
No, the one standing next to the fourth mate.
Oh.
No, the one on the back stairs I have down as John Naples, seaman who was shot with a gun. I don't know why, John, but I think it was because he was in another memory.
Possibly.
The one where we had the John thing, and I'm like, that's got to be John then. It was really sort of a random process of elimination. Excuse me, sorry.
I mean, there's just got to be some details somewhere that we're just not seeing.
Well, of course there are. There's a bunch of things. It's one you have to sort of go back and forth.
Yeah.
I mean, we could go back to the cow memory because there was some things in there. At least I think there was something in there that could be a clue. I'm going to go back to the cow memory because there was a lot of talking in that.
Yeah.
Take him to the counter. Same ration seat for last ride.
Let her here. One swing. Get through the skull in stone or brain. I'll cut her throat when you've done it.
That's Irish.
Yeah. Come on before she kicks up.
Irish person there.
So we know that definitely was Charles Hirschstick.
You all right there, sir?
That was definitely
Never been
Peter
on a
Milroy.
farm, John?
Mind your shoes now.
That guy was knifed unknown.
That was Peter.
And that was our butcher, Emil El Farrell. Emil.
Was he Irish?
Was the butcher Irish? Let me check. The butcher.
Ah, they were the two.
Yes, he was Irish.
Right, so he's the
So
one
the
that
only
said about
person
the
we
Irish.
don't know in this picture is the guy on the backside,
That's
who we know got knifed.
That's the other midshipman. Thomas. By process of elimination based on him talking about Pete, who we exploded. We don't know who was knifed by, but I know his name's Thomas.
Thomas Lank is
Yeah.
our last midshipman, okay. Anybody else in this memory, really?
Oh,
That we might be
there's
Our doctor has the monkey with him.
yeah, there's the two Indian guys transporting the dude. The doctor has the has the monkey. Oh. As to who's lurking down, I don't know. Just I've just been enjoying debating who's who, and it's totally not cheesing it if it's a good deduction.
Yeah,
so there are a
we're
few
taking
people
some
in that.
guesses, but
Yeah, but
it's educated guesses each time. We're
Yeah,
not
it's
just
when it's a choice
blindly-
of three people, and you put the three in, and then eventually it works, or a choice
Oh,
of
wait,
two
there's-
people or whatever.
Right by the doctor, there's a door open, and there is... Oh, James Wallace, the surgeon's mate's back here.
Right by the doctor.
The door behind.
Oh, that one.
That open door?
Ah.
The surgeon's mate, James Wallace, is in there.
Yeah, he's the one that got decapitated. We've confirmed him.
Yeah.
He looks kind
Just
of
looking to
Polish. Yeah. That one didn't work. But he's talking about a dude called Pete, and he's in the midshipman's cabin, so he must therefore be the other dude. And that one's called Charlie. That sort of works as deduction. And there are four Indian dudes sitting together, and it was, that was a deduction as well. We just didn't know which way around. Plus, we had
Okay.
the dude that fell down the stairs that we'd gotten the thing wrong on. Okay, so that one actually didn't give us any more information because we'd found out a lot of stuff. Ready.
Oh, this midshipman is the guy who was talking about telling Pete's mother.
Yes, that's how I figured he was Tom. Because
You
he
know
was
what? I
also in
want
the
to follow
midshipman.
this guy's memories. I'm
I
gonna
tried.
leave this memory.
I tried that because I was trying to figure out who stabbed him, and I did not managed to get
Well, I
very
want to
far.
see if maybe there's a memory he's a part of, because we just know he died from being knifed. I gotta wonder if one of those previous memories, you could see, like, he's in this memory and he was knifed in this memory.
Yeah,
Like, it's just a side event.
understood.
Okay, so if you are Thomas, let's show memories on deck map in chronological order. How far back do I think you did not get knifed?
Yeah, I don't know how we figured out he was John. It must have been somewhere else, and then we couldn't figure out who killed him. Because it looked like he got shot. But he could have been spiked. That's the thing, when you're unsure how he died.
Like, if he's in a memory, it's just going to be like some random detail in the background. I'm getting the impression of.
Yeah. I've lost him though.
So if I start on
Right.
the
So
death of the bosun,
is that where you want to start? Okay.
that's where I started, because I'm following his chain
Okay.
of events for our last midshipman.
Okay. Was he stabbed in the escape?
It looks like that's the logical
Easy now.
event.
We're in a bad way.
So I found where he is here.
Where is my Frenchman?
He's just coming
Switch
up
gone.
from
Your mate
the
was
lower
torn apart.
deck.
The beast is dead.
It doesn't appear he's saying anything, and it doesn't appear at this moment that he's been stabbed.
It left with the storm.
He looks safe right now.
Captain came up from the hold. Said he chased it. You should rest.
Curse.
So he's right outside this room on the stairs. So I don't see any other context clues here, but at least I can see him in that scene, and he does look unstabbed.
Yeah. He's currently bookmarked for me, so.
Okay, so next up.
Yeah,
Show
so
memories on
from
deck map.
there, he goes to the escape part 2, the escape part 3, the escape. So we need to follow him through the escape.
Yeah, because he dies during escape
Part 6.
6. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
I don't know,
let's go
should we
to
go to-
part 2.
is that
find
gonna
him.
be easy to get to?
It's upstairs.
Yeah. We've seen part 2 so many times. Where
I
was
know.
he? Like,
That's the thing. I don't know.
shocking.
So upstairs.
Escape part 2.
He'd come up from the lower deck,
Last one. Move quick.
so he's more likely to be down here.
Oh wait,
So
I can actually travel down to this deck. He just came up from here. He's standing right outside the room with where the bosun died,
Yeah, he is.
and he's all sneaky. That's
Fourth
weird.
mate, the dude I've called Olus. Yeah, he's listening. Well, because they're plotting.
Interesting.
They're plotting in here.
Okay, so part 3 was the memory right next to it.
Yes.
Okay, so overboard dude. Okay, I guess we'll go back down the stairs again.
Yeah. Well, down the stairs, back round, because there's people in the way. Oh! Oh!
Yeah.
Oh! He was stabbed by... Oh, the dude we don't know his name! The one who I've called Olas.
But who was shot by John Davies.
Yeah. Probably because John Davies is getting up and going, oh my god, what are you doing? Well, that
Okay,
answers that question, so... Knifed by... I'm just going to say Olas for the sake of it. Oh! Oh my god, that worked! It is Olas. I got 3 more
Okay.
fates correct. Alright, so Olas was shot with a gun by John Davies. Timothy Buttman was right. Shot with a gun. And Thomas Lank was knifed by Olas. And I got the murder and more fates, 30 fates.
Awesome. That was... So, that was a good way of doing that deduction.
Yeah! I didn't realise you could go downstairs in that. As you said, we've been in that memory a few times.
That was the thing I started to notice, was that we've gone through so many memories where we couldn't see everything in time,
Yeah.
that there are people we don't know what they're doing in a memory, and it's becoming just an issue of, can we figure out what they're doing while we're away from them.
Yeah. Okay, so that's part 1, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3 all done. So the brother got crushed by the falling cargo along with a stowaway. Then we had people succumbing to illness and slaughtering of a cow. Then we had the thing with the shell, where Nunzio got knifed by the second mate.
And then Hok Sang Lao
yeah,
was blamed for it,
Yeah. And then
and was
the
killed
second
by the
mate,
firing squad.
that's when the second mate got away. That's when Timothy Buttman was shot, trying to stop the second mate absconding with the Formosans. Then it goes into the calling, where we've got a whole bunch of people. You see, I still think that it's the second mate steward who was on
You think
the boat.
You think this is the guy strangled by Itbang Sia?
Yeah, because he says, "Sir, Nichols, sir, shoot them for God's sake," you know. And then O'Hagan, you're still breathing, but and then we had Bunanan and Ebansay, and that hasn't triggered as a. Oh no, that is confirmed. Then Edward Nichols. Sorry, the font changed size. I thought it was not confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then
It's
then the
it's not a
second mate.
post-it note.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yes, sorry. The font changes. It was just because it was small. So then we have 2 people who are unknown. So we might need to go into that memory to get some peoples.
Yep.
To try and figure out what's going on in the calling. To try and figure out who.
How do we get back to that one?
Oh, that I know. So exit this memory. There were 3 bodies on the boat. You can only access on the. Remember the 3 bodies?
Yes.
So you can only access the other memory through one of these 3 bodies. So I'm going for the one on the left.
Okay.
Which happens to be part 6.
Ahoy!
Ahoy!
Ahoy! Wait! Don't shoot! I have treasure! I yield!
Hold your fire!
Yeah, so that was Chow Tan shooting Edward Nichols because he bloody well deserved it. Also because you can see the body of Ibansai behind him, which we can do a thing on. So where's the other boat? Right, the other boat has Bunnan Lim, dead thing, dead thing. So at this point, they probably drowned, those are the two people, if they've been left behind. But we need to go into one of the
Yeah,
others.
that brings you to part 4, when she died.
Do we want her? Right. Hi. I'm slowly sinking into the sofa here. I have it. Well done.
Right there.
I don't know.
No, that's part
Mermaid.
1.
Her. This guy has been speared by a terrible beastie. He's one of the gunners, but he's probably just a seaman. We have no idea who
Hey,
he
Leaky.
is. This is Nichols cowering away. It looks. I mean, I've said spear.
Okay,
That's
so those
definitely.
two
That's
guys
definitely a
were with-
spear.
On the boat with
It's definitely a spear. But we don't know who
Nichols
he is.
and the Formosan royalty, Bon Lan Lim. So that was their boat.
This guy was also speared. Okay, so if I want to see what happened to him, he's the mate. I said it was the second mate. I'm going
I
into the
can't hear
second
Joe
mate.
right now.
Huh? You can't hear me. Can anyone else hear me?
You're still breathing? Can you roll?
Why can't I hear Joe? I see we still party.
Yeah. Oh. I can hear Jesse. That's probably why. Yeah, so I can still hear you,
But I
Jesse,
can't
but
hear Joe.
yeah, that
Weird.
being the problem. Yeah, but I can hear Jesse. Someone tell Jesse I can hear him. But he... Oh no, now he's left. Okay. He's probably joined back again, so then maybe... But that was weird, because I could still hear him. I mean, I'm assuming strangled, because that's definitely it Bangsai. And that... Maybe it's not strangled. Do we see here? We don't see his body anywhere.
Okay, so what were we saying? Because you and I were both talking and not hearing.
I could hear you perfectly well. That's why I was very confused.
Oh, I couldn't hear you at all.
Okay, so I went into the dude I designated the steward because he was
Okay.
lying there dead. But I'm looking and I'm wondering if maybe he wasn't strangled. It's really hard to tell.
Well,
But
that's...
it's definitely Ben. Ben.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really weird because I could hear you, they could hear you, you couldn't hear me, which was weird. Very weird. It looks like a cuddle, apparently. Well, cuddle is not an option for death, unfortunately. So then we've got this guy who has been spared. This lady has been clawed. And this guy... Oh, I think he fell overboard. So... drowned.
Which one did you take to get to there?
The guy I designated the second mate.
Ah,
That
this
one.
Okay.
Oh,
'Cause I
hang
went
on,
to the
while
other
you're
one.
there... Oh, alright, I was going to say while you're
Sorry.
there. Fell overboard. I think he fell overboard. It looks like he's falling overboard. To me. There. So I think he fell overboard. The second mate is just cowering. But yes, I can't determine what is happening here.
So that's scene 3, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll work my way to scene 4 then.
Oh, I'm in part 1 now. I went the wrong way.
Yeah, the chronology of getting around these scenes is not always
You packed enough stores?
simple.
Aye, sir. Checked and loaded them myself.
Good. Stay quiet and alert. If the wind picks up, we've no chance against the Obra Dinn.
Oh, this is part 4.
Okay, well then, that's the guy there slumped. How does he look? How dead does he look? Has he got a knife in the head?
That does look like a knife in his head.
Right, I'm gonna go with knifed then. See if I can find him. Alright, maybe he was knifed by Itbanksai instead. There we go.
And you think that is still, though, Samuel Galligan?
Well, only because he looks like a steward.
He's dressed in Steward's outfit, and he's with Nichols, the
Yeah.
second mate.
Yeah.
That works for me. Okay, so we've got this guy who we haven't identified who he is yet
Yeah,
in the calling.
he's very
we
much
also
being
have
speared.
This guy who is also speared.
Yeah.
We think that Samuel Galligan was knifed by Itbanksai, or Itbanksin. Yeah, whatever. We already know that what happened to Bunlan and Itbang and Nichols. We think Patrick O'Hagan fell overboard. What about the other guy is the question then? Can
I'm
we
just assuming
identify
he
him?
also fell overboard, but I can't identify him.
Well, let's see if he's in this scene.
He's a Russian playing... I think he's one of the Russians. It could be Alakas or Alexei.
I'm just trying to see if... Part 4, I don't think he's on the boat anymore.
Well, he disappeared, so I'm assuming if he's in the missing, then he fell overboard. Unless we can find him. And I'm not getting a compass in this one, so I'm going to go back out through the door. Damn it. Right, I'm in part 5. Okay, this guy... Oh,
I'm into
nope,
part
it's the
3 now.
Well, at this point, there's only the 3 bodies that end up on the deck, so everyone else has disappeared in part 5. So, is this part 4? Yes, I'm now in part 4.
I know where part 1 is. I want to find part 1 because I think that'll help me return the boats a bit.
I got into part 1, then I couldn't get out again because everyone was,
Yeah.
I
So
forget who I went through.
Body is part 6. Bunlin is part 4. And
I
then
think I went through one of the speared guys.
yeah, the speared guy here is part 1, I believe.
Yeah, no, that's definitely
Yeah.
a knife in the neck. But at this point, everyone else has disappeared. Unless they were speared. So maybe they were drowned. Maybe one of them was drowned by a terrible beastie, but we're never going to know because we don't have any context. Alright, I'm now in part 2.
You know what? This guy has to be able to.
Keep rowing!
He understands the Formosan language.
Yeah, I know. But there's 4 people that could be.
Yeah, we have 4 people from China.
At least 4, I think, though.
I've got 4 people that I haven't used yet who are from China.
Yeah.
But our big, strong looking Russian dude is on the boat with the treasure chest in scene 1. Hey,
Oh, I
that's
don't
him.
think he fell overboard. I think he was
Drowned.
drowned by terrible beastie. Yeah, because I just found him
Yeah.
in memory 2. He's being pulled. Oh no, he's also being clawed, but he's probably going to end up being drowned because he's not on the boat at any point. But he drops his knife, which is how the other guy gets it.
By a foreign enemy, I'm saying, because I think you've been always saying beast, and I've always been saying foreign enemy for them.
Yeah, I know.
Just, and we think he was Russian.
Yeah, but there's several of them.
I got 3: Leonid Volkov, Alarkis Nikishin, and Alexei Toporov.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna try all 3 of them. Nope.
No, Leonid
None of
I've
them worked
already
for me.
assigned somewhere. But yeah, we need to have more. I don't know whether we've got confirmations of things.
Well, I think we've got Patrick O'Hagan, we think, drowned there, and Samuel Galligan. So if we believe that those 2 are correct, then it's the 3rd one. We're 1 away from another confirmation.
Okay, right. Well,
So that's just why I checked. I tried the names that I hadn't used. Okay, so it didn't work for you either. So whether it's terrible beast or foreign enemy, it doesn't seem to make a difference.
right.
We know he was drowned, though, or we at least can believe he was drowned.
Yeah, either that or clawed. Because he's being clawed, but he was probably pulled overboard and drowned. The other guy fell overboard, so I think there's a distinction there. But it doesn't really help us determine whom. I'm going to go back out.
Who else was in this chapter?
O'Hagan.
Nichols. So let's assume that he might have a loyalty to Galligan and
Yeah, I think O'Hagan was the one that
Nichols.
fell overboard, basically.
O'Hagan. So like maybe a Russian wouldn't be the person who would be most loyal to these people to partake in such an escape ploy. You know?
Yeah, we know that the guy I think
So
is the steward
Nichols-
is not O'Hagan. So O'Hagan could also be the guy that was
Galligan.
speared, but he was speared first, so it's probably... Oh, it could be him, though.
And O'Hagan.
O'Hagan could have been one of the 2 that was speared in part 1 or part 2. Yeah, if O'Hagan's not going to have fallen overboard, that can't be O'Hagan.
You don't think that's O'Hagan anymore?
No, because the thing says, O'Hagan, you still breathing? Can you row?
we said that was O'Hagan because we thought he was holding the oar.
Yeah, but he was drowned. I think that's probably O'Hagan. He looks more Irish. I'm going to go back in and try and get to part 1, part 2. To see if I can see.
Ahoy!
I believe that that's Russian. So that guy's Russian. That still didn't rectify that one.
The one I assumed was O'Hagan was basically based on the fact that I didn't know that 2 people were missing. So this one, so he's disappeared. He's not rowing. This one is the one I think is O'Hagan.
Yeah. Who also, both of them were rowing that
Yeah,
boat, so.
unless it was this one. Was he rowing, do we reckon? He could have
So
been
here's the
rowing.
earlier scene. This guy, I don't think is O'Hagan, though. Because he seems to understand Formosan.
Okay.
And so I'm assuming he could be from China.
Yeah.
But then this is the other guy who's also rowing.
Yeah, but he disappeared. So there's 2 that disappeared.
Yeah.
It's more likely the guy that just got speared is the O'Hagan, can you hear me? Thing.
Yeah. Because we believe that O'Hagan, he's asking O'Hagan, can you still continue rowing
Yeah.
even as he's dying?
Yeah. Because it's the next memory. This guy's already slumped. We can't identify him. He's fuzzy, but this one's not fuzzy. And this guy hadn't been hit at that point. Mr. Hitler dude. He's got a pipe. As you do.
Sure. Okay, I'm gonna look at the crew picture again. Because did we identify... So we've put a name... Oh wait, I haven't put a name to this guy yet.
That's the one I said was John.
The last mate. Oh, not Davy James.
No, just a random seaman called John.
You packed enough stores?
Aye, sir. Checked and loaded them myself.
John Naples.
Stay quiet and alert.
I'm not a fan of saying... Wait. Oh wait, never mind. I don't know. I don't know if he... I would say he's John Naples. Oh, that's right, because you're saying this one is the 4th.
Yeah, but we don't know what happened to him.
Right.
Aye, shut it up.
Disappeared and escaped. Well, is he in that last scene?
He's on the boat.
Yeah, that's what I was just making sure. Yeah, oh yeah, okay.
To get to part 3. Where's my that guy. That guy.
You still breathing? Can you roll?
I wish it was easier to navigate to a single memory.
I mean,
Really
he
like
sounds
this game.
Irish as well, to be perfectly honest. He really does sound Irish. O'Hagan, you're still breathing. So, yeah, it has to be one of these is O'Hagan. But you're saying it's not that one, but it doesn't really matter at this point. This guy... Oh, is he getting pulled? Is that an arm? Is something wrapped around his arm?
Well, we had said, is that the... Oh wait, that's somebody else.
That's just the random dude that disappeared. It's a Hitler dude. He just fell
Right.
overboard. I'm wondering if he's being pulled, but we don't know his name anyway, so...
That's
That's the one I thought
he
was O'Hagan
drowned.
first.
Or that's what memories we thought meant he fell. But the fact that his arm is going in like that,
I think he's just trying to catch himself. Because the boat's
Yeah.
been knocked. The boat's fallen over because this person's grabbed Van Lin.
right?
He's dropped his oar. He might even be trying to grab on it, but...
Okay, that's the memory we thought was what put us to think he was O'Hagan. Instead,
yeah, but he's not breathing, so it's more likely to be this dude here.
this one.
Ah! Nichols, shoot them, sir, for God's sake. Yeah, and that's why I thought that he was... Yeah, that's who I think is Hagen, but... I don't know. Could be that
I
one.
can go with, although he's blurry in this picture. In this scene.
Yeah, but he's not blurry on the main one.
Odd.
None of them are blurry. But he is blurry in this scene. You still breathing, can you row? I don't know. I really
He's
don't
reaching
know.
down to pet a mermaid.
Yeah, that was about 10 minutes ago he said that, but yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know, do we want to call it? It's 5:30 my time, so 10:30
Oh
your time.
god, yeah, I know. Shit, I need to go to bed. But we've done well.
We are what, about halfway?
Yeah, a good halfway.
Yeah. Back cover shows us about directly halfway through.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, halfway through on the Fates. Be good to maybe watch the beginning of the video to find the note from Henry Evans to see if it says where we're supposed to meet him.
True. You know what? I'll do just open up a third file, or the third file, and see.
Do you have the second one?
I do, but I just am not opening it
Okay.
yet.
Excuse me. Just looking at the map. We've done pretty well.
Okay, so I had to climb up.
You have to climb up and then climb back down when the dude said the box is too heavy.
By the way, did that thing out in the water move at all?
I don't know.
Okay.
Do you want me to position myself? I think it's slightly closer, but I don't know.
Okay, let me head back down to the boat, and I'll tell you what the note says from our friend, Mr. Henry Evans. It's too heavy. Joe, here's it's the preface.
Alright, okay, cool. Return to the French Office of Affairs in Morocco. Was Morocco an option?
I think it was.
No. Well, depends
Africa.
where Morocco... Africa. Okay, yeah, but I tried... Oh! Something worked. Well done. 3 more fates correct.
Okay, I'm jumping in to get that because
Alright, Henry Evans, the surgeon, is alive in Africa. Patrick O'Hagan was spared by a terrible beast. And Samuel Galligan was knifed. Sorry, it's only because I went, where's Morocco, Africa, I picked it up. I wasn't intending on, you know, like, preempting you. I'm gonna see if...
wait, that didn't click. What did I not do?
Did you put O'Hagan as the guy that was stabbed by the wee beastie? And the second mate, the Samuel dude, who was knifed by Itzo. That one, yeah. So you've done that one. So did you do O'Hagan?
It's a beast. You were
I know
right.
it's a beast. I know it's right.
Well, no, I put for an enemy.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so I'm gonna change all of these to alive in Africa for now. Oh, and that, right. So yeah, 3 more fates correct. So all of the 4 people escaped. Emily Jackson's alive in Africa. She's the first lady. Jane Bird's alive in Africa. The second lady
So Miss Jane Bird was
Davy
actually the younger
Jones.
lady.
is alive in Africa. Now we're over halfway. Haha! Yeah, it was the 4th mate steward, and that was just process of elimination because he was standing next to the 4th mate. But once we figured out he was in Africa, and then yes, Emily Jackson was the one that shot him, and Miss Jane Bird, yeah, of course, I thought she was the younger. But that was really just luck.
We had said that a lot of like times when you use the word you said this was the 4th mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So now you should get your fate there.
Yep.
So... Right. So in the escape, we've only got 2 more to determine. One, we don't know who killed him. And then that guy was then shot. Oh! But we do know who shot him now. That was Emily Jackson. On the stern deck. Because we determined... Because she was the one with the gun. Cool! Alright. Go team. Go team J. Right, now I'm going to bed because I have to work tomorrow. Save. Quit to title. I'm glad you found out he was in Morocco because that was going to bug me because I knew we'd found out and I knew we had to meet him somewhere. So there we go. Right.
I'm curious, was that a section that was still able to be accessed? Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
you could have accessed it if you were
Oh!
on the contents page and you went and hit left
You
trigger
could go
once.
back. Damn it. Of course you could. Right. Okay. That does not need to be deafening me. Okay. Cool. Right. I'm gonna be. I don't know. I'm hopefully gonna be back on Tuesday. I'm hopefully not gonna be as tired this week, but we'll play it by ear, and it may be a short stream. I might do a promo game.
Start catch up on your backlog.
Yeah, start catching up on my backlog. So yeah, or I might start one of the 4 games that are in my backlog of ones that were tipped. Because, you know, that also has a backlog. But that probably will be this next week's streams, Tuesday, Thursday. But they'll be shorter because work and tired. But I will try and do them as normal, scheduled 8 o'clock UK time. So I want to get back into a routine. But yeah, but for tonight, thank you very much, Jesse. We did
thank
good. So yeah, we did very good. We now have 6 of 16 achievements. We got 30 fates. We solved all the fates in the first 3 chapters, which is pretty damn good. And I'm not looking what the secret achievements are because they might be spoilers.
I'm familiar because I had to look over the walkthrough to get it published.
Oh.
And there's stuff that you'll have to do a second shortened playthrough for.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I want us to figure
Yeah,
out as much as we can legit, so.
I will say that I did not go over the fates at all, really. I kind of skimmed the fates, so I don't know who's who.
Hey, well, once we've finished it, you can double check that they're all right in the walkthrough.
I trust that much because
Okay.
a lot of people have said they're correct. So
Okay, fair enough.
the complaints I've seen have been different elements.
Fair enough. I've not looked at the walkthrough. I've not looked at the solutions. All I looked at was the TA diff to see whether this would bugger my run. And it seemed fine. So.
Even if it would have, apparently we're going slow enough that we're not going to.
Oh, someone quoted me. Aha. Oh, so the answer to both my questions was no and no. Damn it.
Yeah, I don't know why you can follow friends on that leaderboard if it doesn't do anything.
Because it's left over from G-Task.
Yeah, well.
And the other one was there's no leaderboard for the community challenges. So how do people know who's left, who's got them all?
Well, some of the people who've done it have kept immaculate track of it.
How?
I don't know then.
You know, gone through everyone that entered in an event? And then gone through to see how many, you know, because that's just weird. I mean, I've got 10 completed challenges, which I'm hoping is the max, because I have been doing my very best. And I definitely have enough to hit, because I've got 18, so I've definitely hit this one, so I'm still on the leaderboard. But yeah, right, I'm going to bed. As I said, thank you very much. So I've been Joe, otherwise known as Angel SK. I've been joined by Jesse, otherwise known as Radical Sniper 99. I'm going to bed, so thank you for watching. I'll bid you good night, and if Jesse wants to say anything more, he can.
I will.
But
So-
I'm going.
Yep.
Alright.
Okay,
bye.
so